It is confirmed there's an extra Social Security check coming in less than 2 weeks. I'll let you know who is going to get that additional Social Security check. Also, take a look at this. With the new COLA coming out, there is bad news and worse news for retirees. I'll go over that article. Also, Social Security scandal has been exposed. There is a big thing going on right here. I'm going to go over this right here as Social Security whistleblower exposes $9 billion in overpayments to seniors. At what point does it stop becoming an accident, and at what point is it an actual scam and scandal? We'll go over that. I'll let you know what the whistleblower has exposed about the Social Security scandal, and I'll give you some other important updates as well. Before I dive into the main content, if you appreciate the Social Security updates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Social Security updates. So some Social Security recipients will receive an extra check next month. And this article right here, Americans to get additional Social Security payment in November. What's going on here? Well, it is that time, that special month, where you get 2 checks. So for SSI, you get your checks falling on the 1st of the month. So you're going to get your Friday, November 1st check if you're on SSI. But November 29th, December 1st falls on a Sunday. Therefore, Friday, November 29th is when you're going to get your December SSI check. So just want to give you that information. So if you're on SSI, you're getting 2 checks for the month of November, no checks for the month of December. Because that December check is coming in November. Let's go over this article right here. Social Security's 2025 COLA comes with bad news and worse news for retirees. So with the official number being 2.5%, Social Security, it's the smallest COLA since 2021 and below the 10-year average of 2.8%. Why is it so low when everything is still expensive? Doesn't make any sense. But the bad news, Social Security benefits will receive a below average COLA. So inflation has fallen from the 4-decade high reached in 2022, but the price increases that scorched the economy following the pandemic are still a source of hardship for many retired workers. Consider the statistics from the 2024 retirement survey. So fewer than 50% of retired workers believe they have enough money saved. Almost 50% of Americans report higher than expected expenses in retirement, and nearly 90% of retired workers worry inflation will reduce the value of their savings. What was said in this from the survey, whether it's a trip to the gas station, grocery store, or pharmacy, prices in the U.S. have increased noticeably in recent years, and that is particularly challenging for retirees living on fixed income sources. So with a disappointing 2.5% COLA, it is ridiculous that it is not higher. It should at least be 5% or higher, especially considering how inflation hasn't really gone away. Maybe in certain areas of the economy, but food is still expensive, gas isn't cheap, rent is still high, utilities are expensive. Basic living essentials are way too high, and for anyone on Social Security, it's a big struggle to get by. I'm sure you know that. The worst news, Social Security benefits will lose buying power for the 2nd straight year. With estimates, benefits have lost 20% of their purchasing power since 2010 because COLAs have consistently fallen short. Why is it that the COLAs keep getting lower and lower? They should be getting higher and higher as the prices of goods and services and essential daily needs are getting higher. But they keep getting lower and lower, mainly because it is the CPIW that we're going off of instead of the CPIE. The CPIE would help with inflation and make the COLA higher. As you can see here, in 2024, the COLA was 3.2% off the CPIW, which is what we're going off of for COLA, when really it should have been 4%. So that's a difference right there. 2025 should have been, is 2.5% coming up, but it should be at least 3 according to the CPIE inflation. So that's the difference there. You would get more money if they calculated the COLA off the CPIE. But yeah, I don't know if there's a bunch of Social Security bills trying to fix that, but we're not seeing much of a change. Next up, when it comes to the Social Security scam and scandal going on here, we have Social Security whistleblower exposes $9 billion in overpayments to seniors, says all Americans are paying the price. How much incompetence is there at Social Security where there's $9 billion in overpayments? At what point does it stop becoming an accident or a mistake or an overlooked error? And at what point is it actually on purpose? Well, you're going to want to hear from this whistleblower of what is going on. Take a listen to this video right here.
People are getting overpaid by $9 billion a year, and all Americans are paying the price. That's what a former Social Security employee told the U.S. Sun, adding that the system for assessing overpayments is really messed up. The National News Desk, Jeff Harris, joins us. And Jeff, you actually took a look at the numbers earlier. How much of what's being paid out is said to be incorrect?
We are talking about billions of dollars here, Dee. According to a 2024 report by the Social Security Administration's office, between 2015 and 2022, so about a 7-8 year period there, the agency made almost $72 billion in incorrect payments, the majority being overpayments. Madeline Somerville, an attorney at Georgia Trial Consulting, tells us a former Social Security employee sharing the billions the agency distributed in overpayments is quite revealing.
It doesn't seem like a lot, but as we all know, that adds up over time.
According to a 2024 report by the SSA, between 2015 and 2022, the agency made almost $72 billion in incorrect payments, the majority being overpayments.
So people are struggling to figure out exactly how much money do I have each month.
That SSA employee is Avram Sachs, who started speaking out about overpayments when he realized the process had gotten worse. Sachs recently telling the U.S. Sun, quote, "It was at that point that I realized the system for assessing overpayments was really messed up, and as a government attorney, I needed to make sure that what I was advocating in federal court was correct." Sachs went on to say that he believes overpayments by the administration are now the worst they've ever been, warning that the errors are impacting Americans and their families, something Somerville doesn't necessarily agree with.
In terms of number, that hasn't been a huge cash grab.
Defending itself, the Social Security Administration says about 1% of all payments are overpayments, and the new SSA commissioner announced a major shakeup of the agency earlier this year to help cut down on incorrect payments.
The first step is identifying what exactly went wrong.
Now, one of those changes was modifying the way the agency recovers overpayments, changing it from 100% of monthly Social Security to just 10%. As of 2023 last year, the agency has yet to recover $23 billion. Reporting for the National News Desk, I'm Jeff Harris.
What are your thoughts on that? And should there be big repercussions for Social Security? Should all the overpayments be just forgiven and all the seniors who have the overpayments get to keep it? Let me know your thoughts on all of that. And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, Bella, this is the tip of the day. I want to tell you something that you should always do. Sometimes just sit on your bed or like sit at a table on your counter and like sit down and take like 10 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Because you need yourself to feel relaxed. And that's all I wanted to tell you for today. Bye.
If you want to see the $2,000 Social Security benefits increase, you're going to want to click this video over here as there is a new bill out that would pay over $2,000 increase. You're not going to want to miss that. So click that video now and I'll go over all the details. And so click that. I'll see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Be safe. Thank you so much for watching.